Hello, hello, hello. It is me. You're the new media Forbidden Door, SP3, back once again with the master of ceremonies when it comes to New Japan Pro Wrestling, past, present, and future J-News. And we are here for our New Japan Pro Wrestling G1 Climax 32 preview. J-News, how excited are you for this year's tournament?
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, it is your good brother J-News, and I am here talking about excitement. Man, this is the most how do you say? This is a volume of wrestlers here in the G1 Climax 32. Most wrestlers ever in the tournament. I don't know what's gonna happen here. I'm not sure where they're going. Do I care? No, I actually don't care because I want to be surprised. I want to be told where to go. I don't want to have to fantasy book anything at this point. Just give me all the great matches. Give me all the wrestling because I'm going to be covering every single night of this event. And we're going to be reviewing this sumbitch like no other. So stay tuned, folks. The Patreon, YouTube, wherever you follow us, make sure that you're tuned in night by night coverage of the G1 Climax 32 with your good brother J-News. SP3 will be along, probably midpoint, end of it, whatever.
For sure, we are going to do a roundtable review after the finals. That's for sure. Maybe, besides J-News breaking it down day by day, maybe I'll come with the must-watch matches for either Patreon or maybe the YouTube channel. It depends on how this video gets reacted to. So show your appreciation for this New Japan content by dropping the thumbs up on this video. Share this video with all your wrestling fans, friends, and family on all your favorite social media platforms. If you are new to the True Hill Heat YouTube channel, smash that subscribe button, hit the bell to stay notified for all the great content here. Not only do we have this preview, we got exclusive interviews on the docket. We got an exclusive interview with Impact Wrestling's own Rosemary. One of my first time J-News doing an interview with someone 100% in character. So this was great.
I've seen her freak people out during interviews. So I wonder how this went for you. So that sounds amazing.
She even had someone from Impact contact me after the interview and say she really enjoyed our interview, so it's going to be a good one to check out. And I also did an exclusive interview with Game Changer Wrestling's voice, lead commentator Kevin Gill. We talked a lot about his journey throughout professional wrestling, how he feels like he had some regret in not giving ECW a crucial deal before they went out of business, as well as his journey through professional wrestling and how he got connected with GCW. So that's a good one to check out as well. But let's get into this New Japan Pro Wrestling G1 Climax 32 tournament. If you are watching us live on YouTube, you can, since this is a premiere, we're not live with you, but this is a premiere, you can leave your predictions, your thoughts on the G1 Climax 32 tournament in the live chat. If you want to send a super chat donation, you are open to do that. It's not going to be read directly on screen because, like I said, we are pre-recording this ahead of time. But if you do send a super chat for this preview, we will read it out on tomorrow's True Hill Heat 184 with special guest Samira. That's going to be a really good one. Talk about the week from wrestling. So we will read out your super chat donation. Then at the start of the show, you send it for our preview here. But how we're going to preview this year's New Japan Pro Wrestling G1 Climax 32 tournament is we're going to break it down block by block. We're going to go A block, B block, C block, D block, D block, and we are going to give you our must-watch match from each block, as well as how we rank the participants of the block from least likely to win to most likely to win the block. So let's start off with the A block, which a lot of people are calling the big boy block. J-News, what is your must-watch match from this block?
I I mean, look, it seems rather obvious, but at the end of the day, I'm all for Jeff Cobb in anything. For me, it's gonna be Jeff Cobb versus Kazuchika Okada. That'll be the match that I look forward to the most. Even though I said it in a previous show, I'm also looking forward to a part 2 of Jeff Cobb versus Jonah. So we'll see how that goes down.
Yes.
We'll see how that goes down. We got to show my main man Lance Archer some love because Lance Archer can do the damn work in that ring. I wonder how his match with Okada is going to go because that's a real deep contrast in styles. So I wonder how that'll go. But to pick a favorite
on the final block night too.
Yeah, and I was to pick a favorite out of the block. I mean, I'm gonna go with Jeff Cobb. He's my favorite, right? Literally.
So how do you rank it? Who's least likely to win this block out of the people you see here?
Tom Lawler is least
Lawler.
likely to win this
Wow.
Tom Lawler.
Wow. Disrespectful. So you're going Tom Lawler. Then who's next after Tom?
So from bottom to top. So Tom Lawler will be at the bottom. Bad Luck Fale would follow Tom Lawler a little bit of an inch above. Then it'll be Toru Yano. It'll be Yano at the bottom third. Lance Archer. Then Jonah. Then Kazuchika Okada. And then finally Jeff Cobb as the favorites out of the A block for me.
I would go. I got more love for Tom Lawler than you do, obviously. So I'm gonna go Bad Luck Fale at the bottom, Toriano, then I'll go Lawler, then I'll go Jonah, then I'll go Lance Archer, Jeff Cobb, and my favorite is Kazuchika Okada. And my must watch match for the A block is definitely gonna be Jeff Cobb versus Jonah. Now, I'll start things off for the B block here. B block is got some talent in here. Got some people that some would question why are they still in this tournament, but I still got love for you, Chase Owens. But how I would with the must-watch match for me in this block here is going to be a one that's not even about the quality of the matchup and more so about the story behind the matchup. And I gotta go with Jay White versus Tama Tonga. First time since Jay White kicked out Tama Tonga from the group that he helped create, and that's going to be on the final block night. I think that this is going to be a crucial matchup. Tama Tonga showed out in last year's G1 Climax, and I think that he's going to bring his A game against Jay White. So that's the match I'm looking forward to the most. Although I know, Jay White versus Ishii is going to own. Sanada versus Ishii. Ishii versus pretty much everybody is going to own because that's what Ishii does. Jay White versus Sanada also going to be a really good one, but I'm going with Tama versus Jay White. And how I would rank these guys, I go Chase Owens at the bottom. I'm going Taishi. Then I'll go Great-O-Khan, Sanada, Tama Tonga, Ishii, and I think Switchblade Jay White, the IWGP World Heavyweight Champion, will win the B block. What about you, J-News? What's the match, and then how do you rank it?
So, match-wise, I'm looking at this, thinking to myself, match I'm looking forward to the most is probably a Sanada versus Ishii. That's the match I'm looking forward to the most. Obviously, what you mentioned before, want to see that match between Jay White and Tama Tonga also as well. I want to be able to consider Taichi to be some sort of a difference maker in this block, but for some reason this year I don't see that happening. So when we talk about the rankings for the B block, Taichi's at the bottom for me, man.
Wow.
It's Taichi's at the bottom, then Chase Owens, then I have Tama Tonga, third down. The Great-O-Khan, Tomohiro Ishii, and I'm back, baby. Jay White, and the one and only.
Oh God! Oh my God! This guy's ridiculous. He's taking Sanada. over our leader, our Bullet Club leader. You're getting docked pay from the Bullet Club payroll.
Listen, man. Listen. Tell Jay that he got my money in his pocket all the damn time, so he ain't got to worry about a damn thing. So it is what it
Jay's
is.
gonna be so disappointed in you. But let's move on to the Cblock. First time ever Cblock action. And I would say this is the block that is the most interesting, that has the most talent, in that I can see realistically 4 to 5 of these guys having a chance to win. Based on their history, whether it
Sure.
was winning the New Japan Cup, going to a G1 finals, winning the G1, 2 winners of the G1 Climax in the Ace Tanahashi and Naito. You got 2 winners of the New Japan Cup in Zack Sabre Jr. and Evil. Naito has won one, Tanahashi's won one as well. Hiroki Goto has won a New Japan Cup. So there's so many players in this one. How do you rank them? And then what's your match to watch, J-News?
Shoot, man. Match to watch for me, just from the looks of it, I've got 2 so far. So for me, I've got Naito versus Kenta and Zack versus Kenta. For me, those two matches involve, obviously, in involving Kenta, because it's been a while since I've seen Kenta in the ring, and I feel like he's yet to have like that top-notch match since his return to New Japan. So I feel like either Naito or Zaki Boy can get it out of Kenta in that regard. Rankings, I mean,
How you rank this?
let's be real, man. Let's be real. Gentrified
Hanari
is at the bottom. All right. Gentrified Hanari is at the bottom. All right, that's the reality of the situation here. Second down, just because he's coming off of a loss of the Never Openweight 6-man tag team championships, I'm giving that second down to Evil. Then Goto. I then have Yep. I then got Zaki. Then Tana. Then Naito. And I'm going with Kenta out of the Cblock.
Wow. You just trying to be different again. This worked out so well for you in the Best of Super Juniors. Just when they mentioned that. But I will go with the match to watch is Naito and Zack Sabre Jr. I think that was one of my favorite matches of this year so far. Their New Japan Cup finals from New Japan for sure. And since you picked 2, I'll also pick 2. I want to see them run it back again after Tanahashi destroyed him at Wrestle Kingdom and put him on the shelf. I want to see Tanahashi versus Kenta again, just for the shits and giggles. But how I would rank them, I'm going Hiroki Goto. No, I'm going Aaron Hanare. They're definitely the bottom tier. Then Hiroki Goto. Then Evil. Then I'd go Kenta, Tada, Zack Sabre Jr.,
and then
Naito. I think that Naito versus Zack on the final night is going to be the Cblock finals, and the winner of that matchup will go on. So I got Naito coming out the Cblock.
All right.
Now we move on to the final block, and it probably has the match I am looking forward to the most, J-News, as the Dblock, the must-watch match. I'm not even going to take another option for you.
No, there
ain't no Will Ospreay versus Shingo Takagi 5. These men have had 4 previous matches with the lowest rating from Dave Meltzer of the Wrestling Observer being 5 stars. They had a 5 3/4 match in the Best of Super Juniors finals in 2019. 5.5 stars in the New Japan Cup finals last year in 2021. The 6-star classic at Wrestling Dontaku was it Dontaku?
I think it was Dontaku. Yeah.
Yeah, it was Wrestling Dontaku last year in 2021, and now we have Showdown number 5. I think Shingo's gonna win this one just because Will is up 3-1, and I think it's time for Shingo to get his comeuppance and to kind of create the narrative that Shingo only beats Ospreay in the G1 since his previous win was in the G1 as well. So I think that one is gonna happen there, and then how I would rank it, obviously. Yujiro Takahashi is at the bottom here. Then I would go David Finlay, Yoshihashi. No, I'll go Yoshihashi, then David Finlay.
Okay.
Then I would go El Phantasmo, Juice Robinson, Shingo, Will Ospreay. I think Ospreay will come out of the D block.
Okay. All right. So. Obviously, I agree with you. The match to look forward to in this block is no other than Shingo Takagi versus Will Ospreay. That will be the banger of all bangers. But I'm also looking forward to Will Ospreay versus El Phantasmo. That match should be a lot of fun. Important also to the unfolding storyline of New Japan proper as a whole. Can Will Ospreay get his belt back from Juice Robinson?
I was going to say, one of the more important matches is 2 with Juice. Yes. That one with Will Ospreay, and can Ospreay get the title back? Also, the Finn Juice implodes. Yes. I want to see that. I want to see David Finlay versus Juice Robinson, first time since Juice turned heel and joined the Bullet Club.
Right. I mean, that would be either that's a blood feud between David Finlay and Juice Robinson, or I'm going out on a limb here, SP3. Can this be a heel turn for David Finlay? Can this be? I don't know.
Hey, he was a part of that class with Juice Robinson and Jay White, where the seed was sowed for Juice to join the Bullet Club. So it could happen. It could
definitely happen there, man. But from a ranking standpoint, look, man, he's the honorary man on the bottom, Yujiro Takahashi. The only thing that I do want to happen is to make sure that Peter makes an appearance during the G1 Climax 32 tournaments, because she is a necessary evil for Yujiro's sake. Second from the bottom, I will have to go Yoshihashi, then David Finlay, then El Phantasmo, Juice, Shingo, Will. So yeah, basically the way you had it. Yeah.
Boom. So we're finally in agreement on one of these blocks.
There you go.
But our final fours are different. So you're going Jeff Cobb in the A block.
Yes.
You're going Sonata in the B block. That's right. A block will versus B block in the final four. Yes. Who comes out with the W between Jeff Cobb and Sonata?
Jeff Cobb.
I got Okada versus the IWGP World Heavyweight Champion Jay White. Jay White being 4-1 versus Okada. But I think you have to create another match. If they're not going to give us the junior heavyweights in the main event of the Tokyo Dome, check out our J-News Japan special where we talked about Kushida returning and the possibility of Kushida versus Hiromu for the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship. I don't think there's a bigger matchup for the juniors that could possibly main event a Wrestle Kingdom at the Tokyo Dome. But if they are going to go 2 IWGP World Heavyweight Championship matchups, main eventing the 2 nights of the Tokyo Dome, I got Okada beating Jay White to set him up as a possible contender to verse Jay White again at Tokyo Dome. Right. So I think Okada beats Jay White in the semifinals. Cblock, you have Kenta.
Yes.
And Dblock, you have Will Ospreay. So Kenta versus Will Ospreay. Who do you have winning?
I got Will on that one.
And I have Naito versus Will Ospreay. First time ever. I can't wait. I've been wanting this match for years. I got Naito winning.
Oh,
so
okay.
My finals is Okada versus Naito. Your finals is a battle of the United Empire. Jeff Cobb versus Will Ospreay. Who is winning the G1 Climax 32 for you?
The United Empire wins. That's all I have to say about that. The United Empire wins.
He swerved me, ladies and gentlemen. He swerved me. Who do you have, Cobb or Ospreay?
Oh man, this is gonna be a hell of a match, bro. If it goes down, I obviously these are my picks. If it goes down, winner of the oh man, I've been wanting them to let Jeff Cobb win this tournament for a couple of years now, man. No, never any shade on Will, because Will's the best freaking wrestler on the planet. But to put the freaking rocket pack on Jeff Cobb, give him the win here, I think would be amazing. It's my pick. Obviously, you know me, man. I don't storylines be damned at the end of the day. I just want to see something new at the end of the day. So I got Jeff Cobb over Will Ospreay. Will it create any sort of dissension in the United Empire? I don't think so, to be quite honest, because the only person with gold in that case is Will Ospreay still, because he's got the United States Championship. It'll be Jeff Cobb to go to Wrestle Kingdom at this point to face for the championship. But yet again, it's only July. We've seen time and time over again in New Japan, the person who walks away with the briefcase has to defend the briefcase before Wrestle Kingdom. So if Jeff Cobb has to defend the briefcase, there might be a match in tow between now and Wrestle Kingdom where he defends the briefcase, loses it to someone else, and it is what it is. But for me, it's just for it being different, for it being something that can be to turn the wrestling world on its ear, right? On its head. I feel like having Jeff Cobb win the G1 would be cool. I know I'm wrong. I don't care. So it is what it is.
I know I'm wrong. I don't care. I am going. This is Naito Okada 4 for this year. This year alone.
I was about to say this is Naito Okada 25. So
yeah. If in their whole careers, it's like 25 different matches. I have Naito winning this year's G1 Climax 32.
How many G1s would that be for Naito?
This would be his third win.
Okay.
Third win. He won in 2013, 2017, 2022. So he has it every 4 to 5 years. He wins a G1. I'm going for Naito to win here. And I really think New Japan is not going to do the obvious thing of putting the junior heavyweights in the main event of the Tokyo Dome. I think we're going to get Okada versus White on night 1.
Okay.
And then the winner versus Naito on night 2. And that's how they're going to do the Tokyo Dome this year. I don't know if Jay White walks out with the gold, but how they do things, it's usually going to be Okada. 50th anniversary is usually Okada running on top.
I mean, you know what, man? We'll see it when we get there, right? Because if we're gonna do Naito Okada again at Wrestle Kingdom for the 30th time, like I've always said, I take nothing away from those two gentlemen, some of the greatest wrestlers we've ever seen on the freaking face of the planet. But damn, guys, give us something new. You know what I'm saying? Damn it, give us something new. But,
he's like, please, I beg of you. I just think that's how it's going to turn out. I think Naito needs the big win the most, so that's why I have him winning the G1 Climax 32. You got Jeff Cobb winning the G1 Climax 32. If you're watching us live, let us know who you have winning. Let us know your final 4. Let us know your finals. Let us know the winner of the G1 Climax 32. We love to hear from you. And if you will, let us know in the comments down below, and we will reply, let you know what we think about your opinions, how it works out, what we think about the possibilities, because there is a lot when it comes to the G1 Climax 32 tournament with 28 participants, but we broke it all down for you in the best way possible, as only we can do on the True Heel Heat YouTube channel. J-News, let the people know where they can find you and how you're going to be spending this G1 Climax 32 tournament over on Patreon.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, you can always find me on Instagram. That's _JONJY. And I will be doing my best to post some matches from the G1. So I'll be borrowing from New Japan's Instagram website and putting it in my stories. New Japan, I'm telling you ahead of time, some bitches. I'm telling you ahead of time. So I'll say that much. Also, folks, please, and I beg of you, please tune in. Get your $3. Invest in us. In True Heel Heat, you will trust over at the Patreon. I will be there night by night, going through the storylines, the finishes, the results, every single night of the G1 Climax 32 tournament. The only way that I can do it, because I'd be damned if I have to watch 3 shows in one night. That's just not happening anymore. So I'm watching this night to night, and making sure that I put out these videos for you guys. I'll see that so that you're following along. So I'll be doing that up until the last night, which is August 6th. So we will have those nightly videos for you, covering these blocks, covering these storylines, these wins, these losses, and whatever else might be happening on the show. Tidbit of housekeeping when it comes to those videos. SP3, I'll let you know ahead of time. I ain't covering no damn tag matches. All right.
Oh, no. We're just asking for the tournament from you.
So
because you have a lot to cover from just the tournament. You don't need to be covering the mid-card or undercard tag matches.
If any pertinent information comes out of any of the tag team matches from a storyline perspective, I will cover that to make sure that everybody understands what's going on within the breadth of the G1 tournament. But outside of that, I'm not covering results or going through those matches. I'm just going through the tournament matches. So
that's fair. Follow me on the Twitter machine at TrueHillSP3. Follow the gang, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at True Heel Heat. A lot of great content to enjoy. We got all of our watch-alongs for Raw, NX3. You got Elite Heat watching AEW Dynamite. You Rated Raw Superstars is our Raw watch along. You had Blunt Impact last night watching Impact Wrestling. Yesterday as well, we had AE Ramble episode 51. We all got swerved in our glory as Swerve in Our Glory won the AEW World Tag Team Championships. And of course, tomorrow, 11:05 a.m. Eastern Time, True Heel Heat 184 with special guests. It's Samira. So, for J-News, it is me, the new media forbidden door, SP3. This has been our G1 Climax 32 preview. We are signing off until next time.